What's good, peeps? Thanks as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. All right, so the time now is 5 o'clock. I say that because this video will probably go up about 7 o'clock. And as it stands right now at 5 o'clock, we've heard from nobody. We've heard from nobody. It's radio silence. And although I should wait to hear from someone, this radio silence is almost proof enough that a lot of people are fucked up. That's kind of all the proof I need to know. What normally happens in a situation like this, and we've all seen it because there's been so many PD issues, drug issues, whatever, steroid issues throughout our lifetime. No matter how old you are, you've seen so many, not just in boxing, in all sports. And we know how it works now. Normally, someone either releases a statement straight away, right? The statement's either to kind of say 99% of the time that I'm not guilty and it's because of this tainted or that or something I took or someone I trusted. Or normally, in the case of a Jarrell Miller, for example, you release two statements. The one is to say I'm not guilty, and then the other one is to say I'm guilty. So either you get two statements, right? And you also not only get a statement from the athlete, you normally get a statement from the manager or promoter. That normally happens in the first, I would say, the first hour, 2 hours of a story such as this breaking. We've not heard anything. I think the only thing we've got so far is from Eddie Hearn saying that UKAD, VADA and the British Boxing Board of Control allowed this fight to happen. That's all we've heard. We haven't heard anything else. And that doesn't answer enough questions, right? Now, if the people involved in this situation weren't so vocal, I'd say, you know what, give it time, right? Because they're not vocal. They're normally quiet people behind the scenes. They want to maybe get all their facts right. Eddie Hearn, Dillian White. Let's go further. Adam Smith, right? I mean, we can, British Boxing Board. These are people that are normally quite vocal. These aren't the kind of people that are silent over social media. These are the people that are quite vocal over social media. And all of a sudden, radio silence from all of them. All of them. And it's not just them, it's the people that then kind of follow behind them or support them. There is a kind of a matchroom crew of people that normally kind of are very vocal, especially when it comes to drug cheats. Those people are Dave Coldwell, very vocal, hasn't said anything. Johnny Nelson, very vocal, hasn't said anything. Anthony Fowler, very vocal, hasn't said anything. Tony Bellew, very vocal. It's almost like a fucking group text or a WhatsApp chat has gone around telling everyone to shut the fuck up. Don't say anything until I tell you to. That's what it seems like from the outside looking in. Look, I could be very wrong here, and I'm happy to be wrong, but that's what my gut instinct tells me, right? My gut instinct tells me that they know they've effed up and they're trying to find a best possible solution. There isn't one. There isn't one. The fact is, this story was leaked. It wasn't like VADA when VADA released a story. This story was leaked. We weren't supposed to know about this. This wasn't supposed to be in the eye or the ear or the whatever of the general public. We found out. We found out. This story might have just been swept underneath the carpet, right? Might have been swept underneath the fucking carpet. That a boxer on a Sky platform, Sky box office, failed a drug test. And look, I don't necessarily care if this drug test was for cannabis. I don't care if this drug test was for the EPO or the HGH or something as small as, I don't know, something tiny. I don't care. The fact is, a boxer failed a drug test and the opposing boxer, and we know this now because Oscar Rivas' promoter has come out and said it, the opposing boxer had nothing to know about this. Didn't know nothing. Oscar Rivas didn't know he was fighting a boxer that had failed a drug test a few days before. Come on, people. Some people are saying we should wait to hear what everyone has to say. Don't jump the gun. Jump the gun. This is boxing. This isn't fucking badminton. This isn't table tennis. This is boxing. Jump the gun. And I think more of us should jump the gun. If more of us jump the gun, then stories like this will come out more regularly. Trust me. Jump the gun. Jump the fucking tank. Jump the missile. Jump everything. Because I think this is disgraceful. And again, there must be something going on that the so-called people that always talk about cheats in boxing, I mean, you wouldn't know how quick When Jarrell Miller failed a drug test for that AJ fight, granted it was against Anthony Joshua, do you know how quick the Matchroom bigwigs were to start tweeting? I mean, you couldn't tweet quick enough. I was refreshing my page and it was another tweet from someone involved at Matchroom. Now, all of a sudden, a Matchroom fighter, and not just any fighter, but a top Matchroom fighter, one of their, I'd say top three, has failed for something we don't know properly yet, and no one said anything. If it was tiny, trust me, Dillian Whyte would be out tweeting saying, oh, this is nothing, man. It was rough. You know what Dillian Whyte's like. You know what he's like. I mean, no one has to tell Dillian Whyte to shut up or when to speak. If this was minute, like something stupid, Dillian Whyte would have started tweeting already. He would have put out an Instagram post. If this was minute, Eddie Hearn would have laughed it off already. I pray it's minute, but even so, something is very dodgy about this. Something is very dodgy, and UCAD need to change the whole setup. To allow or give permission or the go-ahead for a fighter to fight after he's failed a drug test and for the opposing fighter not to be informed. Disgraceful. Radio silence, people.